Hello everybody, this is Jeff, and we're back with another replay of Steel Division. Here we are. Today we have Gonzo, AB, Barb, Papa, the Magic Man, and Matthew, now known as Gonzo, Barb, Magic, and Matt. And I'm on the Axis side, playing with Vulcan, Immortal, Robo, Immortal, Babette, and me. We're fighting each other. Clearly, what the frick else would we be doing? So, I take the left with a very, very bad division, the 325 infantry. This thing is shit. It is beyond shit. So my only goal is to hold them to the tree in the woods line, because if they break into the open, I ain't got jack. That is my little comment here going, oh boy, this will suck. Because I was hoping for like the woods, but everybody else took the woods. So I have an open field to my rear, and if they get through, there's nothing I can do. Barb is to my right. He's over here. Panzerlier. No, that's not Pan. I can't tell the frickin' names. Betts is there. He has the Fallschirmjäger, and he's got my right there. Vulcan has this area, and he has the SS Panzer Grenadier deck, and on our far right is the Mortal with his working before Panzerlier. And in front of us, in front of Immortal, is Matt with his Polish Armored. In front of Vulcan is Gonzo, French Armored. In front of Betts is AB Barb with the Scottish. In front of me is Magic Man with the 6th Airborne. I like how sometimes that works, and other times it's just like, oh, you want to see the division income? Like, no, I don't. Let's get moving. Initial moves. I only have one road. I've deployed a bunch of light, couple of Panzerjäger things with the little 47mm anti-tank gun, which is almost as good as the Pak-38. And it's on an armored chassis! And moves faster! Oh, fricking only 5 kilometers an hour faster, but it still moves fast. Off-road. We got these two Panzer 35Rs, because I just find them hilariously stupid. And then, am I the only one that deployed tanks off the bat? Nope. Here we go. We have a Panzer L6 Italian. These things are incredibly useful. Look at that HE power. 9. Come on. That's overkill. Vulcan's taking up position in the woods here. Got some stuff there. He's got a machine gun to cover the open fields. Got an anti-gun, the Pak-38 over here. Look at that. Look at that. Let's pause this first. 55... AP power of 10. 13. 55. AP power of 9. Has an HE shell. Unlike this. 9. Well, 10 and 9. So it's... I gained so much more with this Panzerjäger 35R. So much more. Because it moves, I can put on a road, the sucker will do 50 kilometers an hour, 18 off-road, this thing will only do 13. Yeah, this can hide in trees, but, like, let's say they bring in a Sherman, even an M10. An M10, this thing is just as likely to kill an M10, for all intents and purposes, as that. It's AP of 9 at max range, AP of 10. They're both capable of killing this thing at max range. And they're both outranged by the M10. So this guy gets something, this guy fires, or something spots the Pak-38, this guy just shoots it from out of range. So it's like, great, what good is it? And you got these things which don't even have armor anyway. Which cheaper units can... Stuart? Oh, Stuart's not really of a concern. An open field is kind of like Well, granted, in the defense of the anti-tank gun, this is more likely to one-shot that than it is to one-shot that. But that's like the only... So Magic is moving up over here. He's got himself a good position there. I've spread out, covering from basically here all the way to there. Got a recon unit up here to see if they're crossing. That's AB. So AB is taking up good position here. Gonzo is working with AB over here to advance. They've... like, this thing, in Panzerschrecks and anti-tank infantry in the woods are brilliant. Because look at the range of this thing, 250. And the only limitation is the ammunition. If you hit, it's going to disable or kill. It just is going to. And for some of these anti-tank guns to be truly useful, they have to be within 250s. It's going to like, why bother? Going on about how much I hate anti-tank guns. Look, this is slightly more useful. 5 points more, has an AP of 11. Still 1,000 meter. It's just so easy to counter. 42. Rate of fire 357. Rate of fire 220. The Vickers is not going to win this fight. Mortal's got stuff going there. Matt over here does a good job, as we'll see shortly. We're doing our initial jousting over here. Got the AB leader to pull back. Moving stuff up there. Bren groups. There's a 6-pounder covering this little bridge here. I didn't realize this was a river. If I had realized that this was a river earlier, my play would have been pretty dramatically different. But I didn't know, and so I spread out, expecting it to be open ground, and having to hold this tree line to prevent things from crossing the tree line. But no, it turned out that, like, the only real place our tanks could cross was over here. I didn't know that at first. Then I got my little Jeep thing with a machine gun. Trying to shoot Bren guns and stuff. Situation isn't all that brilliant because I spread out so much. Over here, Pack 38's kind of out of position, but he's turning, and he opens fire on that and kills it. Very good. The recon tank is dead, but unfortunately, Immortal has been caught out in the open by a Stewart. So his infantry's caught out in the open. Manned infantry will be caught out in the open. And it's just not going to go very well for Immortal there. The fight is continuing pretty harshly in the center. Honeys are going around, 6-pounders. This thing... That's not what I'm thinking. But the 6-pounder is forcing the L6 to back, and Gonzo is pushing the field. Because Gonzo is an incredibly aggressive player, and perhaps one of the most aggressive players I have ever played against. He is certainly one that listened to, possibly watched, but, and then certainly listened to my videos going on. It's like, if there's an open spot, you push it. You push it, and you push it, and you push it. He follows my advice better than I do. I've started having problems here because they have pretty heavy infantry presence. I am not in a very good position because I'm so spread out, not realizing that this was a river. I've got my JO87D, which, while isn't very good, has turned out to be remarkably useful for stunning stuff. And then I use it to try to kill some terrorists. Here we go. They're countering the pack gun with infantry. This guy's out of machine guns. Immortal is still... Well, he did alright there. Showed up with a couple packs. Gonzo's trying to push the center. Along with... Nope, it's just Gonzo. He's opened himself a nice gap here in that field. Very good for him. I have managed to prevent Magic there from pushing through very easily. I'm in a pretty bad way because this deck... Well, mostly disheartened Ostrupen and stuff. I've got like 10-point infantry. This is the 20-point. We've actually got a machine gun. But I don't have brilliant infantry. I've got some mortars. They're phenomenally useful. What I could have done was kill the Bren group and then move Ostrupen there up to where the Bren group was. Just to get extra push. So, Gonzo's effort here has got them a nice assailant they can use to get points. They got 51, now 52 compared to our 48. And Gonzo, AB Barb here, making good use of mortars. The point where they run out of ammunition for. Because they don't carry much ammo, only 25 rounds, and a mortar can go through 20 rounds of ammo quickly. You have a rate of fire of 10 rounds a minute, so it takes 2.5 minutes to run out of ammo for them. 6-pounder. I've been using my own mortars. I've got 3 of them in the field here. Take out things like 6-pounders. Saw their mortar, try to take it out, but I get it stunned. Great. Vulcan brings up a Stug, Barb sees it. Doesn't necessarily go well for that Stug, but it does turn out to be handy in one way, in that it completely misses the M8. LG-40 shows up and kills it. LG-40, an infantry support gun. 13 kilometers an hour. Cheap, though, at 40 points. You can see how small this sucker is. Oh, no. This should move around faster. Not very. It's got a little AP round that was useful and almost perfect situation it found. So Gonzo takes the... Gonzo and Barb take the woods. Immortal has run into a pretty significant problem over there. I think his stuff is too expensive. And I'm running into problems because that's a pretty big infantry pump there. I've got some Grenadiers to kind of counter it. Grenadiers are moving in because I'm trying to push this back and prevent them from getting through. But look at this. 3-star infantry everywhere. I got the anti-tank gun. It was useless. I don't even think it killed us. No, it got one vehicle. Got one of my Panzerjäger things. That was about it. That wasn't worth the 60 points. 70 points, whatever it's worth. But they start showing up. They've got their own mortars. They're 3-inch mortars, which pin a lot of my infantry down. Bring in another hand unit. But I'm keeping their stuff pinned down by launching my own mortars at it. So it's just mortars launching more. Ammo. Low on ammo. Very low on ammo. He's also very... The freaking bane of my existence is driving forward. But elsewhere, Vulcan is kind of patching up the center there. And they've got Panzer Grenadiers and stuff to try to retake the woods. Pioneers are now out of fuel. Weapons. This half-track shows up. Engages the recon there. Recon chucks a couple grenades to try to kill the half-track, but failed. M10. Vulcan's got his Nebula Warfare 1. These guys tried to push through here. It didn't really work. Just ended up being hit. They weren't able to get all the way through, but this guy will die to mortars. Dying to mortars. We got the anti-tank gun, because the anti-tank gun is harmless against infantry. Immortal is still holding on the right. Gonzo and Matt have been able to push through and have a bunch of assailants in here, and they're cutting these guys off. But there's a commander in there, so the cutoff won't be so overly too severe. There'll still be a hole. This thing has moved in to try and kill that if it show itself. Show itself. Half track there. 5 half track. Been opened back up by the half track there. Immortals running into problems in various different places. Heavy infantry assault on the right. On the left, I'm trying to secure this tree line, but it just isn't really working. He's got his freaking 16-inch guns dropped over there. Incredibly painful for me. Gauss trooping. They're not going to kill the Paras. But the Paras made a mistake of stepping out of the tree line. Even a big recon unit like this does nothing on the border front. So this Grenadier will die. Patriarch. Supporting the infantry back on. I've brought in some IG-18s. My stuff here is dying. Gonzo has managed to come up and seize the farmhouses and barns here for himself. Gun has been damaged. Birds. Magic is having a really hard time holding where he is because this area is being hit very hard. But most of these guys were forced back. I'm just trying to hold this way. But with the IG-18, the IG-18's here, and I've still got another Panzerjäger 35R, which can easily take care of these Patriarch. The armor's only 3. In fact, all around, these things have better armor. Now I bring in these guys. That didn't go well. Not go well at all. So here comes Gonzo pushing further in front. Vulcan's brought up a 75mm Pack 40, which there's nothing here that can kill it. Up the end. And well, 12. 12, so these guys shoot the same range as each other. Boom, there goes a half track. Vulcan's little stug. And look at that. How you just wipes that out. It's good to get into these positions like that. Because as they're coming up, they can't really see it. And then they get up there to see it, and this thing can just shoot it. There's a hill there, so it's like that should be a dead zone, but you can still see into. As I said, well, as I've pointed out several times before, these are not actually truly 3D games. They're 2D with graphics that pose the illusion of 3D. I've got more mortars, ammunition. I've got a supply truck there supplying ammunition. Here come these because my reinforcement's there and there's no road that goes that way. First point down here, so they've got to come across that way, go over there, cross there, go that way, cross there, and it turns into a mess. Pretty sure that fighter spotted. How do they see that far in the rear? Where is your recon? The magic. Yeah, his recon's back here. As I said, my recon could be like right there, won't see jack shit coming up the road. Their recon way in the rear somehow sees through all the tree lines and everything else. I, for the life of me, don't know what spots all this. What is seeing all the way into the rear? Which, of course, means they see exactly where I'm going, and then just... That is really supremely annoying. Because he sees all the way back here. That's when he started seeing my stuff. And I don't see what the hell can see this road. It's like, these guys are behind tree lines. You might be you, but you're not a recon unit. Sure as hell no, my guys don't see that far. So, everybody's dead. Because I didn't know they could see all the way back here. Right side, they're wasting 16-inch guns on S-Strupen, which are 10-point pieces of crap. That is extremely annoying. So, Immortal has built Assailant there. Brings us to team evens out the control. But he's running into problems on the right. Gonzo is still pushing Vulcan hard. Center. But he's pushing back to the left of center with Bets. They've securely got this tree line here. No one's taking that tree line from him. At least not immediately. It's not like the 17-pounder would be all that much help in this situation. Because he's got nothing to shoot at, even though he does have... No, he doesn't even have HE, so the 17-pounder is even more profoundly useless than this. What's it cost? 120. What's that cost? 105. What's this cost? 150. Where's that basic Stug? What does the basic Stug cost? Basic Stug. 180. Okay. So I get that. Martyr 2. 110. Pause. That's a 50. 75. That's 105. This is 110. 5 points more. I go from a gun that only does 10 kilometers an hour off-road, actually even on-road, has an HE of 4 and an AP of 13. For this, which is 5 points more, still have the AP of 13, HE of 4. Now I've got a machine gun, and I've got armor, and it does 20 off-road and 63 on-road. It's like, yeah, I can't hide it behind tree lines, but they're gonna bomb the tree line, so what difference does it make? I'm not gonna be putting guns in that front tree line, because they're just gonna bomb the tree line with artillery. And here's the S-Strupen, which don't even have a machine gun, so they just used a bunch of artillery to kill a bunch of 10-point units. Which was nice, it kind of distracted the guy. And here comes more stuff, which means he's wasting really heavy and good guns on garbage. This is where Immortal gets broken. This is where Matt successfully breaks through our right. Doesn't go very well for us. Stug. Engaging a 76 Sherman, 276 Shermans. The only thing is, this is just as likely to kill a Stug, ultimately. 75 mil gun. Not a Stug, but the Sherman. Because the Shermans have 11 armor. Which this thing has 12 at max range, but it is tough. This thing has 13. That thing's got... So it's a roughly fair fight, but there's two of them. And the Stug isn't going to win against two of them. Unless it was lucky enough to get the first shot and kill. But it wasn't. So now the Stug's in trouble. And here comes a DB. I thought was smoke rounds. No, it was not. I was watching this while playing, going, oh, that won't be so bad. It'll cover his retreat. And then I watched him get blown up. And it was like, oh, those were bombs. Oh, so Matt is pushing through as hard as he can to try to take advantage of this. Which I can't blame him at all. He's got a scout car running through. Still holding this. Tempest. aircraft. And I'm not good with planes. But I got him. He's pulling back now. Just too much stuff. Comes another Tempest. Boom. Boom. Trying to pull this guy. Yep, he does. Now as he pulls back, I go in and... Here we go. In another 16. But yeah, I'm managing to keep the airborne pinned in here, which is good. That is breaking through all the way to the rear, giving them a nice map advantage. He's got a lot of stuff here that isn't. That's Vulcan's Stug is on just the wrong side. They're trying to take the arrows. They got one. We still have that arrow. This one's come back. Is the air? You have to have the arrows completely taken in, and he didn't manage that. I send off one of these crap little scout cars. Have a 47mm gun installed on them with an AP of 7. It's like, I know where that scout car is. There's Vulcan's car. And, yeah, apparently I didn't know where it was, because there goes my scout car, which could have easily killed that. But here comes a Koenig's Tiger. And that wasn't going to go well. I've got my scout car coming up here to find out what's up. Bringing in some aircraft. But somehow, I managed to make it so Magic didn't want to attack me. King. Oh yeah, he's marking King. Got a little assailant there with some... That's probably not going to last long because the Dragooni will just wipe them. More than capable of wiping them. The, this side was pretty much... I managed to keep this mostly a stalemate. Oh. Good. Yay, I stalemated to left, which was about all I could hope for with the 325th. 352nd. Yes, 352nd. Nothing 325th, because that's the unit I once served with. No, not at all. Which is also equally fucking crap as the 352nd. Fuck the 325th. Yeah, not confusing them with my old unit at all. Oh, bounced. Missed. Accuracy of 5, accuracy of 6. There you go. That, at that range, a 6-pounder can easily kill that thing. It's only 600 away, so it's +4, which gives it a 15. I got 12 armor. And it still bounces. Look at that. That's a fight that should have won. It still might, but every hit stuns it so much because it's got no armor. And it's so weak, but it just barely manages to come out and not die. So I've got my guys coming in with infantry to help push all this back. Yeah, they know. Let me guess. He can see it. Magic can see that. Don't know how. He doesn't have recon. He's only moving up his recon now, but they can see deep into my rear. Fuck it.
We're doomed.
Well, their recon exposed themselves. Boom. I don't like you. I thought that's what was spotting, because I thought that recon was there and just happened to open fire by mistake. But no, it's like this thing is spotting everything. Infantry in that tree line is like they're spotting everything. It's recon mechanic. Drives me freaking mad. Yeah, this guy was driving his... I saw that Immortal was driving his Koenigs Tiger up the road in a fast move, and I knew the Dragoonie here had a... didn't know it was depleted. Known that. But I knew he had this Pia, which could kill it. So I marked it in there, AT Infantry, Anti-Tank Infantry. And got him to stop moving. I'm moving my infantry forward in attack moves. I got a mass of cheap infantry. Osttrooping. Probably more Osttrooping. To help push everything back here. Killed the recon. Haha. I've got a Yeg Panther. Woohoo. Yeg Panther. Look at that. 88, 22 AP. Oh, it's a 17-pounder. What are you going to do? My armor is 15. Oh, you're stunned. Means you can't be as accurate now. Everything is stunning you. Why did you... Oh, he pulled it out of the tree line. I'm going to lose a bomber. Yeah, that guy's stunned just as he was going to go in. Shot down. The guy doesn't drop either. They're playing withdrawals because of the... Yeah, the best thing they can do, as I said, is smoke, and then wait for him to move up, and hopefully get him then. These guys, but that anti-tank is only a range of 100. Got all my Osttrooping out here. Be moving up. Attack move. Engage, whatever they run into. And is that thing advancing in reverse? They've got a recon there. Fireflies. Only 16, but 16 is more than enough to kill that. And that's one reason why I unload infantry early. Because then they don't get shot up as badly. Oop. Come on, line that up, line that up. That is not how you ambush a Firefly. Good try, though. Yeah, they're trying to kill my Yagpan. Boom. Somehow that doesn't kill the Tetrarch close support. Boom. Look at that. Panzerjäger 35R killed the Cromwell. It's not going to live anymore, but it did it. It killed the Cromwell. Now it's trying to do stuff over there. They're trying to kill my Egg Panther some more. I don't actually have any artillery in range to take care of that 17-pounder. It's unfortunate. Crew knocked out. My infantry will be arriving to start fighting there shortly. They are going to open fire on this guy. Go back over here. My Egged Panther manages to make it out after multiple hits from the 17-pounder, and at this range, a 17-pounder just isn't going to... Armor is on that. But its AP at long range is 16. And it's going to end up getting shot at by the Martyr and the Panzer, which almost completely stuns it. I start bringing in mortars. I barely now have to worry about that 17. So it, of course, kill my Panzer 3H. And boom, it kills that. That didn't have any crew anyway. Why does nobody see it? Oh, this guy doesn't have any, He left? So I got him over here so he wouldn't be shot at by that, but he ends up walking into the Bren group. And the 17-pounder is now... I must have been busy over on the right. Because that guy's getting right up to the infantry. And he goes, oh fuck, that's infantry. Ooh, the mortar's out, because this guy's back up again. Friend group's running away. Spot the Pathfinders. Over here, my infantry are taking part in the clearing of the woods. There's just so many of them. Like, so much cheap infantry. There's not much that Matthew can do, and we've got ourselves a +1 now. So those guys surrender to my Osttrooping. My infantry slowly advance. Over here, I've managed to take this area now. That's securely in my hands. Air landing group there, which is being a little bit of a pain. My Jag Panther is moving up. Doesn't get the truck. It was a 17-pounder. 15, so yeah, this should be able to kill it pretty easily, but been a very lucky Jag Panther. Dropping machine guns on there. Got a load of infantry. Me? Right, we're pretty much clearing out the mess that was over here. Betts has recovered nicely. We can continue to support the assault to clean it out. Vulcan, in the meanwhile, I've been ignoring the center. Vulcan has pushed through. Immortal has quit? Oh, I never noticed that in the game, but Immortal probably dropped out, frankly. I don't think he quit. My plane make it out? My plane makes it out! And I don't appreciate that, but that's not my plane coming out to shoot that thing. But I've got more infantry coming up here. I don't know when Immortal dropped. I didn't realize that he dropped out. Not a huge deal, I just didn't realize it. Performance issues can be a problem. So yeah, here comes another 16-inch gun bombardment. That 16-inch gun really saves this guy. Like, I end up doing so much to push him back. He comes out here with all this other stuff. And then drops a 16-inch gun on my stuff here. Of course, he makes my guys fall back. Which almost saves that, but not quite. He was just destined to die. But like, that gets to live and that gets to live. That guy dies. But they were forced to pull back, so my guys got to live. Pushing across them over to the river here. Air landing group there. Salient that was there has been pretty much cleared up by Gonzo. There's Ark over there. But Vulcan and Betts has moved up. Put a nice salient there. They recovered a great amount of terrain from being pushed back to here. Now they're up there. And we continue to attack there. Matt's asking for help defending. Bunch of Koenig's Tigers. There's a Koenig's Tiger and a regular Tiger. And I see that we're just generally assaulting on the right. So I just attack, move all my infantry. They're cheap. Whatever. I was planning on using them for a massive assault over here, but they all died right there. So if they're doing a massive assault over here, all the better. They get to do something. Cheap, 20-point infantry. Ooh, wow, I wish my Panzer IVs would do that. I've got some infantry moving up over here. I'm trying to get into these buildings there. Trying. Should have had this guy cross that. Kind of debatable then, because this isn't really... Yeah, I had that guy try to cross. Not really where I would have liked to be. Panzer III. This would be a wonderful time to kill the Jag Panther, because he's just falling back and not moving. with his arse pointed towards the enemy. I've got myself a Nebula Werfer. Trying to take this clump of buildings here. But they get armor support, so it isn't really working out. Bringing in some infantry. What was that? Boom! That recon is still back. Fitz has got a stug there. Firefly's exposed himself, and he's dead. Tiger E. These things actually do double as a halfway decent anti-tank gun, but not against a Tiger. And killed by the Panzer IV. Armor on the front. 12. It could have done it. Scout car there, it's almost cut off. Vulcans move through a gap here. Gonzo's having some luck trying to push him back. On AVRE. That's just like, oh look, there's a unit, punk, and it blows up. Trying to take care of that little Bren group there, but not really having any luck. Telling that guy to fall back. Let's just do an attack beacon. Dropping a plane in there. Don't know if that actually dropped its bombs or not, because Magic here has a good anti-aircraft. Looks like he did, though. Now my commander is actually engaging something. It isn't really brilliant. What do you see? Of course you both missed the Cromwell. Our general assault over here is still continuing. I'm not really paying any attention to it. I just told everybody to attack move and is like, yep, whatever. Go for it. I'm busy on the left. Because I'm still trying to make this work. I have the wrong deck. I managed to do a lot with the wrong deck. I don't know where that bomb went. I don't think it ever dropped. Get a lot of stuff in here. Bring in a Mosquito. Mosquito actually, of course, does drop. And here comes some planes to try to take that out. One Mosquito's down. Kind of relying on my 88s. Yep, okay. Wonders left. We've got a few more minutes. Our push has done a very good job over here, as we've pretty much recovered that, and then the mass of my craptastic Osttruppen. It's not like the 17-pounder is going to stop them. That Crusader AA will. Goni, big Panzer Grenadiers just kind of stopped and killed. My guys continue to move forward. There's not all that much here that can stop them. Onyx Tiger. Regular Tiger. Vulcan's kind of pushing up here. But that Churchill will be a problem for Vulcan. This Bren group is still alive. Now, I unloaded a bunch of stuff here, but despite their disadvantageous spotting position, like pausing, they see all of this. They see all of that. Oh, no, they don't. They do! They do see all of it! What? Okay. He did manage to see all of this coming in. And I'm not sure how. He even sees the Nebula Werfer in the back. And again, I'm not sure how. Oh, nope, because that guy's behind a tree line. 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 That guy's... Yeah, behind tree... This guy might be... The assault pioneers there might be the thing spotting it. Because they have a gap that goes right along that way. But I refuse to believe these freaking little well, this one little shit over here can see all the way over there. He might be able to see it when it fires, but he hasn't been firing. I don't know spotting mechanics are freaking bonkers. Like, he doesn't have recon up, but could see my reinforcements coming from way the frick back there. So, whatever. I'm rather annoyed by that. So my infantry have gotten all the way up to here, flanking shots on this guy. We're shooting up that 6-pounder because it doesn't have any HE to defend itself with. So my infantry are just able to wipe it out completely. It's falling back, but it's not going to save it forever. Then Betts here wipes out that tank with his stuff. And that will be able to wipe out that Crusader AA as well. Rifles coming in, but it's not going to matter. They're going to run into the trees and get shot up by everything there. And then my guys, because of that attack, I was going to probably be able to take this, but I can't now. And I didn't realize how close it was to the end, so I've got my second Jagdpanther coming up. Go to my view. Oh, I can't see Jack. I cannot see Jack. But Magic Man can't see a hell of a lot either. You can see that. They can see these guys moving in. We've got so much infantry just there. And they're surrendering, surrenders. Cheap infantry en masse can do for a pretty decent push. But this is over. He's dropped artillery on himself a little bit. Here comes my Jagdpanther's like, yeah, this is going to be so much fun. Look at it coming, and then the game ended. But we've done a pretty good recovery after losing like all this space. We pushed him back again. And I somehow managed to hold that. And come out roughly even. Vulcan comes out ahead, so does Immortal. I lost most of the points when the AI took over, and then Betts comes out 2-1. And I come out slightly behind. Not one of my best games. Gonzo pushes hard, but really didn't get that all that far for it. Barb lost more than he gained. Magic Man also lost more than he killed, and Matthew lost more than Martyr 2 did surprisingly well, getting all of that. 2 Cromwells. 6. Look at that. To highlight it, my mortars killed all of his anti-tank guns. All of his 6-pounders dead to mortars. Did I lose anything to the 6-pounders? Lose anything to the 6-pounders. 17-pounders, yeah, they got a Panzer III and a Panzerjäger. Which these guys did not really get their... Pack got 2 of these Panzer 35Rs. You kind of got your... No, he didn't earn his points back. Like the 6-pounders, the 6-pounders got one thing. One of the 6-pounders got something. But it's so easy to counter these. Like, oh, they fired once, oh, they're dead. And this guy, he fires once, gets spotted, you just move him. So much easier to move them. They're cheaper. Oh, but these are 110. These were 45. 55. I just find the mobile anti-tank units so much more. Yeah, that guy paid for himself in spades. Because they can kill Cromwells. Nebula Warfare got a 17-pounder in air landing. SK-18 got a Willys thing and the Toad Howitzer. Yeah, it was a good game. Minor victory. That freaking off-map artillery, that paid for it. Kind of barely, because most of these were cheap units, so kind of barely paid for it. I lost a huge amount, but it didn't really matter because the huge amount that I lost were cheap. Yep. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow Vulcan as well if you probably haven't already. If you enjoy Steel Division, I imagine you. And, yep. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and see you next time. thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to hit that stupid little bell thing that YouTube has added, because otherwise you won't get notifications of any new videos if you subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter, @GenJeft, as I always have my video updates on there, so you will never miss a video if you're on my Twitter feed, because they'll all be posted. And any other dumbass comment I make as well. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.